and welcome to Miniatures Rundown. I'm Josh.
And I'm Mitchell.
And we've got some guard to open today.
We do.
We've got some of the newer kits that we're going to open and take a look inside. We also have some of the quote-unquote not newer.
Yeah, newish.
I think everybody who's, maybe not everybody, because maybe everyone didn't want to buy Cadia Stance.
Yeah.
This is the new Sentinel. We won't open that today. We might open that later.
Yeah.
Of note, what we don't have today is we don't have Creed, unfortunately.
Right.
We don't have the things GW hasn't released yet, which is the Kazarkin, the Castellan.
Sure. Castellan. Right.
And we unfortunately don't have the Layman Russ. It turns out that the SKU number for the new dice and the SKU number for the new Layman Russ are one off of each other. And guess what we got about 50 of? I wouldn't be so mad about it if they weren't so expensive.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what we do have.
Yes.
Do we want to do the tank first or last?
Ooh, I think we do it last.
And I think we should do Lord Solar first.
Okay. I will let you do the honors.
So this is Lord Solar. Yeah, I'm trying. Okay. This is Lord Solar. He is, I think the internet calls him the God of Orders.
Okay.
He gives out 3 of them every turn, and he can order everyone. Tanks, infantry, Ogrins, other officers.
Oh, right, because Ogrins normally can't take orders.
Ogrins can take orders from commissars, but they can't take orders from infantry. But he just gives orders to everybody.
Wow.
He's also decent in combat.
Okay.
He's like 200 years old somehow, and so is his horse, which is...
I mean, is he human?
Yes. Humans can be hundreds of years old in 40k. Because there's, they're called rejuvenation treatments.
Blah, blah, blah.
Basically, if GW doesn't want somebody to die, they don't.
Yeah.
There's always a reason.
How old are the Primarchs now?
Well, they're not human.
That's true, they're not human.
That's my 40k lore face.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this. So.
1.5 sprue.
Yeah, 1.5 sprue. Quite a few pages, though. He does have a tactical rock. Tactical runes.
Of course he does. I mean, it's better than the horse where they're, balancing on 2 opposite feet. I hate those.
So, do we have a situation where the horse is on one sprue and the guy's on another? I think we do.
Really? No. Well, I mean, there's the horse armor is on this one. The butt armor.
Okay, so except for the Bethesda-owned horse armor. This is because here's this horse sprue.
Yeah.
Which is good. I actually like that. So I was kind of worried that he would be molded onto the horse.
Oh, yeah, that would
As
suck.
a lover of kit bashes and conversions,
Right.
I was worried that his legs would be attached. Let's put the other one on camera for us.
Nice.
Come on, focus.
Oh, yeah, mechanized horse with rivets.
Well, the horse is also 200 years old.
Sure.
It is a living horse, though.
Oh.
It's just mostly been replaced by mechanical stuff by this point, which I love.
Yeah.
I also love that horses exist. Because most animals in 40k don't. The AdMech named their onager the mule because they named it after a mythical 4-legged creature that used to carry humans across the ancient wastes of Terra.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm
my
not.
God.
So they apparently don't know what a mule is, which leads us to believe that horses exist, but donkeys don't.
Yes. That's a good point. This
is important to me.
This is not a retcon.
No. Hey, we know dogs exist because we keep coming up with battle doggos.
Yep. The canine units are the best.
Despite the fact that in the original release of that old... We're not going to talk about that.
Okay.
So, this is the Lord Solar. His rules are kind of on the back, or rather his stat line is on the back. I don't think that's going to show up on camera.
Probably not.
So, he hits and wounds... Or, not hits and wounds. He punches and shoots on 2s. 12-inch movement.
Okay. Horse fast.
Strength 6.
Wow, really?
Yes.
What a buff old man.
Now, is the skull toughness or wounds?
Toughness.
Toughness. So toughness 4.
Okay.
Which is not
great.
8 wounds though. Leadership 10, of course. 6 attacks.
Okay.
So, and he's got a 3-up armor save.
Yeah.
I also happen to know he has a 4-up invulnerable, I believe.
Sure.
That's not on here though. His guns are 12-inch range. He's got rapid fire 2. It's a pistol. It's strength 8, 3 AP, 3 damage.
What?
This man's gun hits harder than a Layman Russ battle cannon.
His pistol.
Yes. Now he's only got 2 shots as opposed to, D6 plus 3.
Right.
But still.
Oh, I like that he also has Screaming Head and Not Screaming Head.
Yes. So we did get let's actually put that on camera because I didn't see that until you pointed it out.
I don't know how far I can go in before it's.
I'm tall. Whoop.
Well, yeah, but
Move your hand.
I needed to focus.
Mad if this doesn't focus. Cut this part so I don't look like a fool.
Leave it in so he looks like a fool.
Don't do that to me. You know what? I'll take a picture of it. Yeah. So here's the thing about Lord Solar. I don't like his head.
Yeah.
His head is the least favorite part to me.
Okay.
So probably gonna kit bash that.
Yeah, that's fair.
His melee weapon, by the way, is strength user, so 6
So
strength.
6.
3 AP, 2 damage.
Look at that strength 8 pistol.
Look, it's a artifact or something. Okay.
Sure.
And then he's also on the same big base,
Nice.
which matters because this is an orders guy.
Oh, that's true.
So him being on a big, huge base is good because that means you
Yeah.
can more easily get him in range of. There's
Yeah.
also things like inflexible command,
Okay.
where you want to be in range of your officers. Big
Got
base
it.
makes it easy. That's the same base as the new Sentinel.
Yeah, 60, 80?
This is an 80.
Okay. Actually, I think it'll say in here.
I was gonna frisbee that, but
Just when you put them on. Yeah, it's an 80.
I better not. So, if you would put that back for me,
I
please.
certainly will.
Next up is the Heavy Weapons Squad, which is a new kit, but not a new data sheet at all.
Right.
Not even not new in the same way the Cadian Shock Troops technically aren't new. We had a previous data sheet called Cadian Shock Troops. That data sheet is now Cadian or just Infantry Squad.
Right.
The Cadian Shock Troops are a new kit, and they got an upgraded data sheet. These guys didn't get their data sheet upgraded at all or changed. I mean, it's changed for the new
Sure,
edition,
for the new
or
edition.
new book, but this isn't the Cadian Heavy Weapons Squad.
Right.
In fact, you can't put these into Cadian Infantry Squads. You can put them into Infantry Squads. They replace 2 normal guardsmen. The advantage of that is that they have the same stats as a normal guardsman. 5 up save, 2 wounds, and 2 last guns.
Okay.
So, and it doesn't cost you anything. So technically, the only reason you wouldn't want to do that is because doing so gives you a weapon that is heavy, and therefore if you move it, you
-1 to hit.
-1 to hit. But you don't lose wounds. I guess you lose number of models technically. That's the only other thing.
Well, yeah, but
Your options are missile launcher,
Mhm.
mortar, also a mortar. That's a
mortar again.
las cannon,
Las cannon.
heavy bolter, the autocannon I'm stealing for Necromunda.
Don't you have like 10 autocannons
I
already?
have the person-mounted autocannons. That one's going on the battle tractor.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Mitchell.
You know
Let's
what?
get with the
You got me.
program.
You got me.
All
All right, I'm gonna open this one.
Yeah. So basically, you have those 5 options. The problem with this unit, from a gameplay perspective, is that most of these are direct fire options that are heavies. So it's hard to stay in one spot and get line of sight without yourself being shot to hell.
Yeah.
And because you're not infantry squads are not durable,
Oh god. No.
especially not the non-Cadian ones. You're probably just gonna get your last cannon is probably gonna get 1 -1 to hit shot if you're hitting on a 5, and then it's gonna get blown away.
Yeah.
If it's a threat that your enemy can target, they'll target it.
Yeah.
Now, Imperial Guard is all about threat saturation, so that's not necessarily
Even your troops have heavy weapons on them.
Yes. Yep. That is the point. That is what these do. Of note is that the mortar is an indirect fire weapon, which is great because makes this guy, it's 40-inch indirect fire. That's pretty great. Because that guy can sit on the back objective and camp on an objective, and he can still contribute. The problem is it's strength 4, 0 AP, 1 damage.
I thought it was strength 5.
It is strength 5, 0 AP, 1 damage. No, it's strength 4. These are strength 4.
Oh well. Never mind then.
D6 number of shots, strength 4, 0 AP, 1 damage.
And with the new indirect fire rule, they will get.
Oh, no, sorry, strength 5.
It is okay.
They get -1 to hit, and your opponent gets +1 armor save.
Yeah. So again, hitting on a 5, assuming they don't move.
Yes.
And God, Space Marines have a 2-up.
Yeah. It's not. I mean, it's contributing, but it's not much.
No, it's not.
I have 1 in my squad
Yeah, why'd you do that?
because I needed something to fill the points, and it doesn't cost you any points. Now you can also take these as a unit of 3. These guys.
Right.
But it's 3 guys with heavy weapons.
Which means they're gonna sit in the back the whole game.
Yeah, they still
Never
got
move.
They've still got move 6.
Sure. So they're gonna run on turn 1 and then shoot the rest of the game, hopefully.
Probably. I mean, if you can run into cover.
Yeah.
It's just the same problem. A unit of 3 of these has a total of 6 wounds and a 5-up save.
Yeah.
They're just
squishy, but mildly dangerous.
honestly, the most damning thing against these guys is they take a heavy support slot.
That's dumb. Unless they're in a troop unit.
Unless they're in a troop unit, yes.
But if you take 3 of them, then yeah.
They take a same slot as...
Our next preview.
Yeah. But let's look at the sprue, because this is a new... These are done up to look like the new Cadians.
Yeah.
Which I find interesting, because they're not...
They're not Cadians.
They're not Cadian specific. I mean, they can be.
Yeah, sure.
Clearly they are. But unlike the Cadian shock troops, they're not Cadians.
Yeah.
They're not Canadians, right?
Yeah. I don't like guardsmen in general.
You don't care about these. So here's the sprue with all the nice weapons on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. I'm bad at this. There we go.
No, that's better.
That baby.
That's better.
That autocannon right there, that sexy autocannon, that is going on the front of a vehicle in Necromunda. I do like these for bits.
There's also 3 missile launchers in here.
Yeah, because you're supposed to build them all as the same unit.
Right. That makes sense.
You're not supposed to build them as 1 missile, 1 blast cannon, 1 mortar. You're supposed to put...
Which, I mean, that's never stopped GW in the past.
They're getting away from that.
Yeah, sure.
They are.
Sure.
They're getting away from that in all games that are not called Necromunda.
Oh, okay, there we go. So yeah, the fact that you can buy this and have 3 missile launchers and 3 autocannons and 3 las cannons is...
So we heavily recommend this kit as fodder for Necromunda conversions. I'm not even joking when I say that.
No, I wouldn't be either.
Las cannons are hard to come by for Necromunda.
Yeah.
Autocannons.
Granted, the problem with that is they're all... So everything except for the missile launcher? Yeah, everything except for the missile launcher is ground mounted.
That's just where conversion comes in, man. I can put that somehow.
That's fair. You just because he has the his hand just holding it up, just have him like pistoling it with his las cannon. But yeah, it's a cool looking kit. Definitely useful for conversions. Your mileage may vary in game.
Yeah, they're all also of worth note. Can you grab the bases, please, and put those on camera? The old ones were on 60s. These are now on 50s.
That is weird that they would reduce the size.
Very much so, especially because they're kind of cramped.
Yeah.
I put one on a 6. I built one of the old ones, and first off, they were a terrible kit.
Yeah.
They held up less well than normal guardsmen did. Like, I don't know why, but the mold lines were awful. All the weapons looked terrible and had awful mold lines. Mm-hmm. Nothing seemed to go together correctly. So this was a kit that really did need a glow up.
Yeah.
And it got one. This is one of those kits, though, that I'm going to get one for converting purposes, but I'm probably not going to actually
build it for your army.
I will probably build them as mortar teams because I can't think of any conversion purposes for that.
That's fair. There are mortars in Necromunda.
There are. They just suck.
They're better than these.
Sure, but that's not saying much. All right.
I will put.
And last, but certainly not least.
Last, but certainly most.
We have one of the more divisive new kits from Games Workshop.
It's only divisive for one reason.
No, I'm not talking about the bottom thing.
Oh, okay.
There are a lot of people who do not like how this tank looks.
Really?
Yeah. Which I know is strange for you because you hate the old tanks.
Because I hate the old tanks and I think this one looks fine.
Yeah.
And fine, not good.
Oh, okay. So you're still on team...
No, I don't like Astra Militarum in general.
This is true.
Yeah. The Death Corps are fine. Death Corps are cool.
Oh, of course. The Death Corps are fine.
Yeah.
Mitchell.
Thanks for calling me out there. Death Corps are cool because they scratch my edgelord from when I was in high school. My edgelord itch. But other than that, like, I'm not gonna play a game that has freaking space bugs in it and play the regular dudes.
Well, if the space bugs would get updated kits, maybe I would think more about playing
true.
the space bugs, Mitchell. But for now, we have this updated kit.
Yeah.
Which is the Rogel Dorn. This is a heavy support. It's 250 darn points.
Yeah.
It's flipping huge.
Mm-hmm.
It has lots of different options and so many pieces in this kit.
Oh, yeah?
I guess, yeah, let's crack it open. So this is the Lehman Russ. It's this in between a Lehman Russ and a Baneblade.
Yeah.
Baneblade's your Lord of War. Huge, chunky, 400-something points. 490 for most of them. This one is 100 points more than your Lehman Russ.
You can only take 1 per slot rather than 3 like a Lehman Russ.
You can't squadron these. And that's
3 full-size sprues. Oh, those tracks are gorgeous.
And a transfer kit, of course. Not that I ever use these, but, they're there.
Some people do.
Mm-hmm. This one is also nice because unlike the new Cadian transfer sheath, this one is not specific to Cadians.
Oh, nice.
This is just some nice numbers for guard vehicles, which I like because I might actually use these.
Yeah.
Huh. There's Cadian stuff on here.
Yeah.
Let's line up these sprues. I mean, we can't even fit all these on camera at once.
No.
So you alluded to it. I guess we'll just say this. Some people have pointed out that the Rogaldorn does not have a bottom. Which specifically, like, here's the top panel of the tank where the turret is. On the bottom side, there's just going to be a hole.
Yeah.
There's no bottom for this.
There's the front of the chassis, the back of the chassis, and the wheels, and the middle's just empty.
Yeah. Some people are very, very upset about this.
Yeah.
I'm not upset about it. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Like, it bugs me because I like the idea of Warhammer models as being scale models.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to be small recreations of a thing that, I mean, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But, you know, and when you go for scale modeling, you do want detail and realism.
Mm-hmm.
And leaving parts out just because you technically can't see them
is
not cool in that regard.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to me because they have other kits that, like, they fully detail the inside of, even though you're supposed to put the top on it.
Right. And this is not the first time this has happened, by the way.
No.
The Invader ATV
for
Primaris doesn't have a bottom.
Oh, I didn't actually know
The attack bikes for Space Marines they have a little thing missing too. So this is not the only time they've done that. And if you look at the sprues, I think it's pretty clear why they've done that.
because they're packed.
There's no room to put.
It would have been a sprue with just a bottom piece on it.
Which, I mean, I've already seen several things on like Cult 3D about that Royal Dorm bottom. Yeah, I don't know. That it kind of bugs me. It's not enough that I'm gonna not buy the kit.
Yeah. So Cody told me something cool.
Mm-hmm.
He found somebody on, I think he said Reddit or Facebook, that magnetized all the bits and then put magnets on the inside of it, so that's where they stored the bits that they weren't using.
I've also seen it as a snack storage.
No.
Oh, come on. You bring up your Rogaldorn and it's got kisses. I've also seen a great thing for like putting guardsmen in there so their feet are out and they're Flintstoning it.
Okay, that I might get behind.
In any case, orcs. Yes, orcs could. Yes, special orcs.
I don't even play orcs.
In any case, it's one of those things that to me is disappointing.
Yeah, it's
maybe that's the reason the kit's only $90 only.
Yeah.
And you know, it's saving GW like 30 cents in plastic, if that.
Not that.
It's 20 cents in plastic. 2 cents in plastic.
Yeah, 2 cents in plastic. But what it really is it's preventing a fourth sprue being here.
Maybe. Yeah, they could have done a fourth sprue. Like, there's lots of these bits on here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, the stowage options. Like, stowage is all the stuff you put in the tank.
Yeah.
There's so many shovels and ropes and just bits on here, and I love that.
Oh. Is that it's not. I thought that was a flag, but it's a...
No, that is a one of the pintle mount pieces. Yeah. You know, and this does come with a guy you can use as a tank commander. Mm-hmm. Although I also, you know, the new Cadian upgrade kit has a guy you're supposed to use as a tank commander. Mm-hmm. But if you have the guy pointing out the top, yeah, in general, great looking kit.
Yeah, kit's gorgeous.
As far as the rules go, this one is much more limited in options over the Lehman Russ, which some people are mad about. I don't particularly mind.
Sure.
I would also like to point out that this one does come with armored track plates, whereas the Lehman Russ, you have to buy those separately in the upgrade kit.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. As far as the rules, I mean, I say there's reduced options. That's actually, it just has lots of other options. Like, it has 2 nipple guns, for the lack of a better term.
There's a better term for that?
Yeah, they're called pintle-mounted guns. It doesn't matter. They're nipple guns in front. Of course, the sponsons, 2 sponsons, another mounted stationary front gun, which can be either which I think is just either a Gatling cannon or a demolisher cannon. So it has a miniature version of a Lehman Russ turret in it, and that's not even in the turret.
Wow.
And then finally, you get to choose between the, you get to choose the oppressor cannon because you'll never take the twin battle cannons. Because the oppressor cannon is D3 plus or D6 plus 3 shots, strength 10, 3 AP, 4 damage.
Yep.
Or you can have 2d6 shots, strength 8, 3 AP, 3 damage.
Okay.
So that's an average of 7 shots. They're both an average of 8 shots, 10 strength 10, 3 AP, 4 damage, or an average of 7 shots, strength 8, 3 AP, 3 damage.
So, like, again.
So it's literally flat better. That being said, you can spike higher with the 2d6. And blast. You know, they do have blast, so that is in effect. But you're almost always going to take a faster cannon.
Yeah.
Strength 10 is just so good.
Yeah, strength 10's dumb.
Speaking of things being dumb and having that Mitchell hates.
Yeah.
This thing is 10-inch move, 4 ballistic skill, but you get +1 for the turret.
Yep.
Strength 8, toughness 9.
Why is it toughness 9?
Because tonk.
Because tonk.
This thing has more toughness than an Imperial Knight.
Yep, any of them. More toughness than Mortarion.
It doesn't come with the built-in feel no pain like Mortarion does.
I don't care.
Or an invulnerable save.
Or if any wounds. But still.
It does have 17 wounds, though.
That's pretty good.
Leadership 8 and a natural 2-up save. So this thing, the Lehman Russ is 100 points cheaper.
Yeah.
And not that much worse offensively.
Yeah.
This is not a replacement for the Russ.
No, I don't think so.
You're going to want 1, maybe 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's more efficient in buffs.
Right.
Because you can put all your buffs onto one model.
Yeah. Whereas in a Russ, even when you take them as a squadron, they split apart and you can't buff more than one.
Right.
Well, generally.
They're no longer units.
Yeah.
So you can't, like, if I put the Shroud from the Psyker, which makes it impossible to hit this thing except on a 4 or higher.
Yeah.
On a Lehman Russ, it goes on 1 Lehman Russ.
Yeah.
Or you can put it on one of these. It's competitively pointed, but it's not so good that you're only gonna see these.
Fair.
Which I like.
Yeah,
I like this as an
glad
alternate. I'm only buying 1 to start.
Crazy. And how many Russes?
6. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm deathly afraid. I'm not ashamed though.
Oh, okay.
Of my tank love. I'd also like to call out that this thing, visually, these are the treads of kind of like and this is probably not, maybe this won't mean anything to Mitchell, of a World War II Churchill tank, which looks a lot like a World War I tank.
Okay.
The body of and turret of like a Soviet KV series tank, kind of. It's inspired by real tanks, just like the Lehman Russ was, but it's not slave to one of them, which is good because I like taking inspiration from that, but not just copying it wholesale.
Yeah, that would be annoying.
Do you like the guy in the back?
I really don't. I don't like any of the guys. Whenever I build a vehicle, I never put the dudes on the vehicle. I always just have the vehicle in.
You know, that's historical. That's what people would actually do in World War II. If they're the Sherman, you would put your machine gun and you'd stand on the back. That's how you do infantry support.
That's stupid.
And yeah, it's a crappy job because you're going to get shot.
Yeah, because you're not in the tank.
but you have a machine gun. Heavy stubborn guy draws the short straw every time they go out.
Yeah.
You just know that's the guy who's didn't clean the latrines well enough. Bob, you're on setup duty. All right. So, obviously, this is normally where I ask, like, so what are you excited for? But you're a Filthy Xenos guard hater.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go, what are you excited for? Well, I'm excited for the Rogaldorn most of all of this.
Yeah.
I am getting a load solar. I'm getting a Lord Solar. I'm getting a Lord Solar. I don't say I love that model.
Yeah, so what are you going to do with his head if you don't like his head?
Well, I mean, that is the best Cities of Sigmar model ever released.
True.
I don't know. I want to replace his head with something that still looks like a general or a commander, but isn't just a guardsman head.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't seem right.
Right.
He's very clearly... He's different from the Astra Militarum in the same way Morgan Ball is different than the sisters.
Sure.
She's a different tier of society, of power, of life. Like they're flipping High Lords of Terra. That's why she doesn't look exactly like all the other sisters. But she matches the sisters more than he matches Guard.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He basically doesn't look like Imperial Guard in any way, shape, or form.
Nope.
That's my only gripe about this release, him in general, because Creed does. Creed matches Guard perfectly. He just sticks out like a sore thumb.
And it's weird because the other, the Rough Riders, they don't match him either.
No.
I know, they're separate subfactions.
They're another regiment. They're Italian Rough Riders.
Like, you would think they're releasing 2 new Astra Militarum horse models.
And they're not thematically consistent.
They're not thematically consistent.
I didn't think about that. That's a great point.
But anyway,
those 2 designers were not consulting with each other.
They're like, you made a horse? You made a horse?
Let's compare. Oh.
Oh, well, it's too late now.
And then the brony walks in. You guys talking about horses?
Go away, Steve.
Slam. Yeah, door slams. Oh, that's a great idea. We'll paint that one pink.
Yes. And then you'll go up against my Thunderwolf Cav that are also My Little Ponies.
Oh, I wish you were joking.
Yeah, I'm not.
Congratulations, you managed to make Space Wolves more cringe.
Oh, yeah. It's good. I need to finish at least one of those models and bring it in for pictures.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to convert that. I've seen a lot of people converting the Italian Jackals.
Okay.
I don't want to do that because that doesn't feel like enough.
Sure.
I almost want to put him in a very small tank.
Okay.
Like a tank from somewhere else. Like another 40k-ish looking tank. I don't know where I'd get one.
I mean, he's on a 60?
Yeah, he's on an 80.
Oh, yeah, he's on an 80.
He's on an 80.
They're on the...
He's big.
Yeah. That's not bad. I mean, it's still not... It would be so funny to see a little tiny tank.
Like remember when I told you about the Renault? The FT-17, the little tank? I have one of those coming.
Why would you do this?
Because your reaction, and
Fair.
B, I don't like that horse. Here's the thing though, I do like the horse.
Right.
I love this model, just not for guard.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense for guard.
But he's so darn good in game that I'm absolutely going to build him. Yeah. Because I'm a hopeless sap.
See, that's what you should do. You should make that your mount in Necromunda for your outcast leader. when you make the trader guards, or not trader guards, the outcast guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, make that the mount for your leader. That'd be great.
It matches there even less.
Shut up.
I know in Necromunda doesn't matter, but still. Well, that's it from us this time.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.
This is what I deal with every day.
And if you'd like to deal with us more, let us know below. If you're also excited for guard. Only this stuff, though. I don't want to know about Lehman Restos because they're not here. They don't count.
Yeah, they don't count.
Absolutely not.
No, do you want to know the thing I am excited for?
What?
I've been looking at Gene Stealer cults and Brood Brothers.
Yeah,
I kind of want a Rogaldorn now.
Everyone's welcome in the guard. We'll see you next time.
Bye.